It is August 31st, 2019. Welcome to the final day of VLAUGUST. And I kind of had to shoot this one in portrait format for obvious reasons here. So, let's look at last night's blood sugar reading. And now this morning's. Yeah, you know, I think I'll get out of this field here. It's still pretty early, getting kind of wet. So I'm not really doing the best on the goals I set for myself this month. I mean, I think for the most part my blood sugar's been relatively under control, but I definitely be better if most of the morning numbers were evening numbers. Instead of, oh good, it's not quite as ridiculously high and it's almost acceptable. Now, as far as the goal of eating what I have before I go out, yeah, well, my refrigerator dying did make that more difficult, but even so, there was a lot of food I could still have eaten, and I could have eaten out less. I mean, that's almost another lifelong goal, along with the diabetes, blood sugar thing. I have fewer excuses now, at least. Unless I can find a restaurant that has decent reading light. I mean, does Denny? I don't know. There's not really a convenient Denny's here. I mean, if there was a Denny's in Clearfield, or I mean, there isn't even one in State College anywhere. There's one in Altoona, but that's a bigger trip. It's not that far of a trip, but it's, you know, I don't know, so if I'm going to Altoona, I don't really want to go to Denny's necessarily. This video has not been sponsored by Denny's, but hey. Let's see how much more flattened this book is here. Yeah, it's definitely flatter. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to be a little careful opening some of these pages still. Well, the pages aren't sticking together, so... But, I think the book's been saved. Might even finish this chapter, but yeah, no way I can finish it and shoot something. I mean, I got my kitchen to do, and yeah, as if I'm not going to take a nap, right? Well, as you can see, I did move the ice trays. I filled them, and so I think I can figure out what's coming up next. Yeah, that's pretty much all I did. Actually, I think I might have wiped the floor a bit. And, oh, is that a spot again? So I guess I still have a daily task for today, too. In my excuse, defense doesn't quite, defense is too strong a word. I was tired. I mean, well, I went to the University Park campus of Penn State to get some interesting visuals, and I did, as you've seen, and I also managed to get over 50 kilometers in Pokemon Go this week, so, I mean, that's an accomplishment, right? I should probably mow the lawn as well. So I guess it's time for the end of VLAUGUST retrospective. Well, I guess I've kept my blood sugar better under control. I don't know. It's a lifelong goal. I really need to work better at it. Now that my refrigerator is working, hopefully I think it's a better refrigerator, so maybe I'll be able to keep broccoli in there longer. And I know I keep mentioning broccoli, and it is kind of a running gag, but it's also true. Broccoli does help bring my blood sugar down quite a bit. And in the past there, I've actually eaten more broccoli, and I've kept my blood sugar at much more manageable levels. And also snacked less, especially stuff that I really shouldn't be snacking on. But broccoli. Broccoli is the main thing, because broccoli is a funny word. Well, I guess... I have at least read a lot more of this book than I have in the past. Whatever in the past, none of it? Maybe practically none of it? I think in the next month I will start using the Rebel and do a few things with it that I can't really do with this, and that I couldn't really do with my old camera that I used, where the batteries die after 3 seconds. But otherwise, it wasn't a bad camera. Maybe I can shoot some stuff in 4K. Maybe even shoot something for the Veritas Film Festival. Don't hold me to that, Spencer. And, well, yeah, the whole thing with, the food and the refrigerator. Although, I mean, it was meant as a daily task, which took multiple days, but I did clean my kitchen floor probably as thoroughly as it can be cleaned without replacing it. And that's something. And, well, of course, replacing the floor in the pantry, I really should have taken some before pictures, because, I mean, eventually, I think I need to replace the whole floor with something much sturdier, but this'll do for now. Need a Patreon. Help me make my kitchen not suck on Patreon. Yeah, right. People aren't even donating to worthwhile causes on Patreon. What do I have to? I think all in all, it's. I would still call it a success. I did update every day. I mean, there's only one day that it was after midnight, and there it was due to circumstances beyond my control. I know not every. I'm wondering here, I've heard next year there seems to be an idea that the videos should be limited to 2 to 3 minutes. Make it at least 3, please. Well, I like to entertain. I like to have interesting visuals, but maybe I might be... If that's what happens, I will try to meet that challenge and make interesting videos that are under 3 minutes long. Actually, I've already done that. Those are most of my short films, but... Well, hopefully by next year, my blood sugar will be controlled better, and maybe I'll be more productive. Yeah, that's another thing, because I had to achieve a goal every day, or at least try to. I was more productive. So, does that mean September is not going to be productive? I need to keep this productiveness going. I need to, well, at the very least, I know one thing I should work on in September, right?